Welcome to Elm Street. Merch available now on sourkidsmerch.com.
Sour Kids Productions.
Yo, welcome to Elm Street. I'm your boy. I'm your host, Money Elms. What is good? What is good, man? Like I always start at the beginning of the show, I want to salute y'all, because without y'all, we're nobody. So appreciate y'all, all my subscribers, my followers, everybody who shares my stuff. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. So, big ups to you. But I have a great show for y'all tonight. I got a special guest in the building. I've been trying to get her here for a minute.
At least a year.
Yup. So if you want to know who the secret voice is, you know what I mean? Let me go ahead and introduce her, man. She's the queen of H-Town, the one and only Powda.
Hello.
What's good?
So glad to finally be here.
Oh yes. It's overdue.
We've been trying to make this happen for literally a year.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it. Or a little bit, it could be even a little bit longer.
Could be a little bit longer. I've been back for a little over a year.
So how was the journey?
It was good.
It was good?
It was good, yeah.
Not too long?
No, I mean, I had to go further.
Yeah.
To where I'm staying, so it was about 5 hours, but.
Did you drive solo or?
No, I have family with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah. So at least you weren't alone. You had company.
Yeah, not alone.
Because it sucks driving the long trips by yourself.
Yeah, and I knew I was going to come up here and meet my boy David from TDM. Shout out to them damn Mexicans.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. They were in the building. So, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it and see what's popping out in the streets. So, I was going to ask you about this. So, Billboard not too long ago came out with their list of the top 10 females. And wanted to know your opinion as far as who they picked as number one.
Oh, who did they pick?
They picked Nicki Minaj.
Oh, I agree 100%.
You think so?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nikki's my girl.
I ride with Nicki too. I'm a big Nicki fan. And, but, of course, all the hottest that were on there. You had, what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion on the list.
Should be, yes.
Doja Cat.
Should be.
Lotto.
Yeah.
Ice Spice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sexy Red.
Okay.
Glorilla was on there.
Oh, yeah, they all doing their thing, yeah.
Yeah, so, but, a lot of people were, I guess, I don't know, I want to say talking shit, but they were more like, Nicki don't deserve that spot.
What? How could anybody say Nicki does not deserve that spot? Nicki is the fucking coldest, man.
Yeah.
She has been for so long.
Yeah, she's still relevant to me.
She's still relevant. I mean, she just killed it with that the last album that she dropped, and her tour was off the chain. Like, man, Nicki's still holding. She been holding it. I don't know how long it's been, but I know it's been a long time that she's been out. And from day one, the first time I heard her, I was an instant fan and still am to this day. Yeah. And there's just nobody that does it like her. And she's so versatile. She can do a pop song, all singing, no rapping if she wanted, and it's a hit. Or she could do an all rap song with no singing. It is still a hit. You know what I mean? She can do anything.
Yep. I mean, I'm right there with you.
Y'all stop hating. If y'all hating on Nicki, stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Because, some of the females, I will admit, some of the females that are dropping some stuff, the content that they're dropping, I guess I'm not a fan of. You know what I mean? I can't relate to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Nicki be sometimes dropping some street, and, you can feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And she's so creative. I feel like she's so creative. Her delivery is so animated and just different. You know what I mean? Can't nobody do that shit like her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just a one of a kind to me.
I mean, the thing is that's why a lot of the rap females that are out there right now are constantly, beefing with her.
Maybe. Yeah, because maybe they realize they can't do it like her.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but if you stay relevant for 15 years and then come talk to us again, you know what I mean? Like, stay relevant for that long and then come highlight. Because some of them girls that you mentioned hadn't been out that long.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see where you at in 10 to 15.
Yeah.
And then come back and say what you want to say.
Oh, yeah. That is true. You're speaking facts on that. Yeah.
Don't come for Nikki because I'm gonna come for you. I'm just kidding. I don't be beefing like that.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no. When I see the list, I was like, okay, I would agree with their choice as far as number one.
Yeah.
Some of the, I guess, where they position certain females, I wasn't, because I don't think they, I forgot where Cardi was, but I'm a Cardi B fan too.
Oh yeah, Cardi needs to be right up there with her.
You know what I mean? She at least to be his top 5.
Yeah, she needs to be top 5 for sure.
You know what I mean? So
I love Cardi too.
So, when she first hit the scene, before I even heard her music, I was like, this girl has something.
Mm-hmm.
She had that it.
Yeah, she has that it, and she's very, very original. Nobody sounds like her.
Yeah.
Nobody has that accent like her.
Oh, yeah.
But I just love her personality. I think Cardi's so damn real. Like,
she's Latina, so.
Right? I just love how real she is.
Yeah.
She just keeps it real. She don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. She gonna say what she feels, and it is what it is. I love that about her.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask you this: how do you feel right now? How the music game is as far as música latina?
I mean, I think we're killing it. I think Latinas are killing it for real. Like, I felt like, I don't know how it happened, but I picked the perfect time to come back.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on in the music industry when I came back. I had shut it off. Like, I didn't want to hear nothing about it. I didn't care nothing about it. I was just doing my family thing, and, I was out.
Yeah.
So when I came back in, just to see all the Latinas that were just doing their thing, solo, independent, no, not even on a label. When I first came out, it was like you had labels and it was all these dudes and you had the one chick.
Yeah.
The one chick on each label. And that's all you got.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I came back into this and it wasn't like that. These girls were on their own.
Yeah.
Just doing their own shit. And I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. I was like, I got to get back in. I got to get back into this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I want to do
the bug
this.
bit you again.
Yes.
Yeah. Bug
bit me as soon as I saw it, because I was like, damn, this is what I wanted. I wanted to be independent.
Yeah.
Just do it on my own,
Well, I mean, you should have picked the perfect time.
I did.
So let me ask you this. From some of the females that are out there right now, and I'm speaking more of the independent females that are doing their thing out there, which one's the ones you dig in, you liking?
Well, like, as far as what I'm liking, like what I actually like to listen to, I feel like animes and Crystal Poppin' are my top 2. Okay. And of course, you already know I got them on the album because I just love them.
Oh yeah.
But to me, like, they're what I like to listen to.
Yeah.
I Am Lopez as well. I love listening to her music. But as far as, like, I feel like who's just doing it, like Snow the Product, can't nobody fuck with her game. Like, she is doing her shit. She has been too for a very long time, and on her own. Mm-hmm. On her own, and I love it.
Oh yeah, I remember first time I met her. It was funny because we were at a gas station. Everybody used to post up at this Fina late night too, and everybody would just it was when CDs were still out.
Oh yeah,
everybody was trunk popping and trying to get your music out there, and she was right next to us.
Yeah,
we remember exchanging CDs and just being on that hustle. You know what I mean? And look at her now.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
Oh yeah.
I will never forget the first time I met Snow. We were doing a show together, and we had got straight up. The only thing I can think of is like bamboozled. We got bamboozled. We got tricked by this promoter.
Yeah.
And he made it seem like we were going to do this tour that was going to be huge. And we get to this show and there's like 10 people there. And both of us were like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we were tripping. We were just laughing. Like, we're over there talking, laughing to each other. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What is this? So, she never forgot that either. She brought it up the next time I saw her. She was like, man, first time I saw you, we was at a show with 10 people. I was like, yeah, that shit was crazy. That was fucked up. We didn't do no more shows with that dude. We didn't even call him. We never talked to him again.
Damn, that's what you get for doing janky business,
for
man.
For real.
Should have kept it real.
Or
should have promoted the event. I mean, it would have been a good turnout.
Like, I mean, come on, you had Powda and Snow the Product on the same show, and this was back in the in the day. So, yeah,
man, that's dope. And then I like to see how the females have stepped it up.
Yes,
and it's crazy because back in my era, You had what, MC Light, you had Queen Latifah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, then you had, later on you got a little bit more like, Lauryn Hill, Lil Kim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
don't forget Missy.
Oh yeah, Missy Elliott.
Missy,
of
that's
course.
my shit.
She's always dope, triple threat, and
hell yeah.
And it's dope to see, y'all have a platform. Females have a platform now, and they can y'all could hold y'all's own.
Man, and I'm sorry, but I feel like we killing it. Like
y'all could go head to head with some of these fools out here.
Yes. And I hate to, I'm not trying to attack y'all, man.
Nope.
Please don't get mad at me.
Nope.
But I'm sorry. So a lot of these girls are like, they killing it. Like,
when I hear you spit or, like you mentioned, Crystal Poppin or Anna Mays, when, I hear y'all spit, y'all spit, I spit some bars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't no weak shit y'all spitting either.
Right.
So,
it's some real shit.
Oh yeah. So, that's what I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like that, yeah, of course, these females, they come out, sex sells, of course.
It does.
You know what I mean? But sometimes that's not all you want to hear.
It's not.
I want to hear substance in my music.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I want you to be saying something for me to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or even the wordplay, how the word plays going back and forth.
Yes.
I'm a big fan, of lyrics.
Yes.
I'm just not a jammer. So yeah, I like the way the state of music, the way it is, with the females, how y'all doing it, y'all rocking it, y'all doing y'all's thing. Yes. Like I always tell the fellas, man, y'all step y'all's game up. These females are spinning some bars, man.
For real. And it's crazy because I when I got back into the game, it was before I got back in the game, actually. Jessica Jeans from 97.9 The Box in Houston. She had asked me to come and get my flowers. She wanted to give me my flowers for the road that I had paved for, Latina women in the game. And I was like, what an honor. That is so sweet. Like, of course, I would love to come. And she was having this women's empowerment show. And with all these females and Anna Mays, Crystal Poppin, I Am Lopez, all of them were there that night. And that is kind of what prompted me to get back in, seeing all these women come together. And I was like, I'm going to work with every single one of them. Every single one of them. You know what I mean? Because haters hate, but bosses collab. I'm sorry. You know, bosses collab. And that's exactly what I did. And I was like, I'm going to get every single one of these girls on my album. And I did.
Hey, that's dope. That's dope. You know what I mean? Because, some other female probably would have been hating on some.
Yeah, there ain't no hate. There ain't no hater in me.
Yeah.
There's just not. Even the people that hate me, I still show love.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope how you could do that. You know what I mean? Especially, since you got that platform. And you know what I mean? It's like, you kind of, I guess you're sharing the platform, you know what I mean? For these girls that are coming in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you've been rocking it for a minute.
Hell yeah. I think I feel sympathy for haters.
Yeah.
I do. I feel sympathy for them. Because they just down on their luck. You know what I mean? They just been down on their luck for a very long time and ain't nothing going right. And they just.
I got love for my haters,
Right?
I embrace them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I just feel bad. I do. I have sympathy for them. And I feel bad because I know why they are the way they are. They've just been dealt a shitty ass hand, and that's why they're bitter. And it sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey,
you know what I mean? I ain't been dealt no shitty hand. Like I've been blessed my whole life. And that's probably hard for a lot of people to see. Yeah. And watch. And I get it. I love y'all. I love y'all.
She got love for y'all. Man.
I got love for y'all.
So on the news we have what's his name? You had T.I. not too long ago getting arrested at the airport.
How many times that boy gonna get arrested?
But hey,
at the airport.
This time he was innocent. It was a mistaken identity.
For who?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
You know what? I was trying to look up
because back in the day it was the guns, right?
He was bringing. Yeah, of course. But this time, he didn't do nothing. I guess
they thought he was someone else.
Yeah, someone else.
Oh well, that's messed up.
He got released later on, but just that inconvenience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was probably on his way to do some business.
How could you? Or who's this dude? I want to see the picture.
Right?
Who did mistake him for?
Who do you think he looks like?
It's funny because a similar situation happened to me. I was at a Super Bowl party, at a club, and I was, in there watching whatever, and I seen some cops come in, right? and they were going table to table and just kind of, looking at the
Looking
people.
for someone.
But they weren't, asking questions. They were just walking by. I was like, what's up with these cops? They must be looking for somebody. So I remember them passing by me and they looked at me, and later on I seen this cop whisper to the other cop, and they were looking my way, and I was like, what's up with this? And sure enough, next thing you know, they come over there and be like, can you stand up and follow us real quick?
They thought you were someone else.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, shit.
So they pull me, I'm outside the club, and they're like, hey, are you, they're looking at a mugshot.
Yeah.
And they're like, are you such and such? It's like, nah, here's my ID. And they're like, man, we don't know. He's like, they're still huddling.
We don't know.
I was like, can y'all do me a favor? I was like, can I see that picture?
Right.
See who y'all. I was like, man, that dude don't look nothing like me, bro.
Nothing like you.
I was like, let me ask you a question. I guess I have to do your job. Does he have any tattoos? At the time, I didn't have no tattoos. So, dude was like, as a matter of fact, he does.
Good.
I was like, well, where are they at? And they're like, they're over here, they're over here. And I was like, well, come on, look.
Right.
Look for the tattoos, dude.
Do your job.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, damn, I should be getting the tax dollars. My pocket. I'm over here conducting an investigation. Like,
I wonder if T.I. can sue.
Probably,
for that. You know what I mean?
But then, they're going to be like, well, they were doing their job.
Nah.
You know how it is.
Nah.
It's the system.
Because think about it. If he was at the airport, he was probably going somewhere
exactly.
important.
You know what I mean? Probably lost his flight, non-refundable type shit.
You don't know. He could have been going to something scheduled. He missed that. Whatever it was could have been worth a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
If I was him, I might sue.
Yeah.
If I had money like that. Little old me right now would not sue. Yeah. I'd be so grateful to get out. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Let me get out by my merry way.
Right.
But that's crazy though, and speaking of people getting arrested, what's his name? Nelly just got hemmed up for some ecstasy.
Ecstasy?
Yes.
What are you doing, Nelly?
I mean, what is he? Almost 50?
I mean, yeah, but still, like, I mean, but he got a baby on the way. Like, baby's probably like here, if not almost here any day. So, damn. Chill out.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
Take your ass home, get off that egg.
But I wonder if he's using it, or is it for distribution?
Look, Ashanti just had the baby. We about to get crazy.
It's like, it's time. It's like we're gonna lock the doors and we're gonna be in here for a minute.
I haven't done X in so long.
Man.
Like 20 years probably.
The only thing I feel comfortable doing is weed these days.
Yeah. For real. 420 all day.
Because the mother drugs, it's like they're adding different shit, fentanyl in it.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Nah, it's too dangerous nowadays.
I even heard people, cutting up coke with fentanyl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude.
I'm telling you, don't come at me with no bumps. I don't want shit.
Nah.
I don't want nothing.
But it's so crazy. It's like if somebody had it in their fingers and they touch something and you go back and touch it, there's a possibility you could OD on it.
Yeah.
That's
it's crazy. Wild. Yeah, I don't fuck with nothing that ain't from the earth. From the earth.
No, that's true. That's true. God put it on here.
God put it here for us. Amen.
Every day's Friday.
I be trying to tell everybody, man, God put this here for us.
Oh, yeah. 420 all day.
He put it here for a reason, man, to help us.
Yep. It's medication.
It really is.
And it's proven.
I'm so glad that Houston is becoming more like, lenient with that. And there's smoke shops are selling bud now. They're actually selling the flowers.
Oh, wow. It's crazy because right now they were talking about decriminalizing marijuana up to 4 ounces.
Oh, nice.
Like as far as like
just a ticket, right?
No.
It's just
no.
Not even a ticket.
No, not even. Almost kind of like, but they're trying to fight it, of course. The chief, he's like, nah, that leads to other activities.
What activities besides eating some food? That's all we gonna do.
Yeah. I guess, but they're more talking about, the distributors and, if they get jacked, it's going to be altercation.
And that's between them. That's between them. That's going to happen either way. If it's not weed, it's going to be something else. Like, come on.
If they should just go ahead and legalize it.
For real.
It would bring a whole bunch of revenue to the city.
Texas is always behind though. They're always behind. They're the last to do everything.
Yeah, I mean, what do they call it? The church belt.
Yeah, they want to be, I think Texas wants to be its own country. They always trying to do everything, you know what I mean? Like go against the grain.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be a long time. But it's very lenient now. You can go to a smoke shop and get bud, like get the actual bud.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty. That's
dope. Like that's all I care about.
Oh yeah. So I normally don't go into politics, but what do you think with the whole new switch up as far as how Biden just dropped out of the race?
Oh, I mean, I predicted that 4 years ago. I predicted that when he first became president. I was like, they putting him in there. They're going to get rid of him and put Kamala in. That's all they wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was, to me, that was their plan all along.
Yeah.
So I think he lasted a lot longer than he should have. And I think they didn't plan on him being there that long. But yeah, I knew it was the plan all along.
To me, it's like, I want a president that ain't going to get punked out.
Right?
You know what I mean? It looks like, you look at Biden with the other leaders, he looks weak.
Very.
You know what I mean? And this person's supposed to be representing us. And
he don't represent me.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of one of those things where like, I was like, man, they need to get somebody young. Mm-hmm. Not too young, but, in their late 40s, something like that. Somebody with little sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Somebody that ain't going to take no shit.
That's what I liked about Trump is that he didn't take shit.
Yeah.
And I remember when he said, he was like, I'm the only one on here that don't need any donations. No, can't nobody else say that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so true because the donations is what is running the politics. The money is what's running the politics. Whoever's giving you the most money is telling you what to do.
Yeah.
So Trump don't need your money. He don't need he's got his own. He's like, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't agree with some of the stuff that Trump's about.
Yeah, a lot of us don't.
But at the end of the day, which president are you gonna have that's gonna be all the way 100?
At the end of the day, he ain't no punk.
But
that fool got shot and came up pumping his fist.
Hey, but you know what, homeboy, at least it tells you what it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about. It's like, damn, this
he admitted to cheating on his taxes in front of everybody. He don't give a fuck.
So he pretty much already told me, he's like, you know what, I don't like you, but I'm gonna fucks with you.
Right.
I'm cool with that because at least I know where I stand.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Where he keeps me, I was like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna keep you like that. So let's roll.
I there is a lot about him that I get, like a lot of people don't like. Yeah. I get that, because he sometimes a little too blunt, but I like that about him, that he's real. He keeps it real. He says what the fuck he thinks. He don't need their money. So he's doing what he wants to do, what he feels like is right. Of course he's trying to help out the rich man. He's rich.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he? He's telling y'all, I don't do my taxes. I be lying on my taxes because he wants to keep his damn money and I don't blame him. We get triple, quadruple taxed.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Because I mean, like I tell a lot of people, it's like when Trump was in office, my pockets were good.
My pockets was good too.
You know what I mean? Biden came into office.
And everybody's pockets went down.
Everything went to shit. I mean, it's ridiculous. You go to the grocery store nowadays, and what used to be somewhat decent
is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen this reel earlier where, the chick had a box of diapers and maybe 3 bags. And she said, $150 for this. I'm like, wow.
That's crazy.
A lot of people don't, might just be making it.
Well, that's the thing is once he came into office, it seemed like now everybody's struggling or barely making it.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's thriving. Like as far as like our people, you know what I mean? Like the people that we know, like nobody's thriving. And when Trump was in the office, we were thriving.
Oh, yeah.
I was, at least, and you said you were, and I know a lot of other people that were.
I was good.
Yeah.
I couldn't complain. But right now, I'm like, damn, I hate going to the grocery store. So it's like, damn. Inflation.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it sucks. So, hopefully, the right person for the job, that's what I want. Whoever, is the best person for the job to get it. Maybe some like random underdog will come in at the last minute. And just take it.
Yeah, just take it. I don't know. Like you said, some young cat that comes in. I don't know. I hope.
Hey, we're just gonna have to wait and see come
Yeah.
November and see what happens.
But I mean, what happened? Like, have you seen all the videos of Kamala being thrown as fuck?
Yeah.
Slurring.
Yeah.
Looking like she on Xanax and shit on bars. Like she just, it is what it is. Like, what the fuck?
And then she'll be repeating the same thing over and over.
Yes. Or talking and making no damn sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need to replay that shit.
Man, I don't know, man. But the only thing I know is just the other day I seen Snoop carrying the Olympic torch.
Snoop had everybody laughing.
Man.
Snoop had everybody laughing.
But that's big. That's major.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the carrying the torch thing. Just like his comment, his comments and stuff. He had everybody laughing. But I love it. I love it that they brought a lot of artists there, to help represent. That was dope.
Yeah. That was big for hip hop culture.
Yeah, for sure.
Snoop, being up there, like, damn. Usually you would see people like, Muhammad Ali, somebody like that, you know what I mean? But for them to
I wonder why they chose a musician and not like another athlete.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the motive was. And then I saw him with Martha Stewart again.
They're besties.
Yeah, he was over there with Martha.
So that's crazy. That was good to see, goes to show how far hip hop has come.
Yes. You
know what I mean? And where it's going.
Yeah.
And the only thing I would like to see is more Latinos in hip hop.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
absolutely. It's like where it's hard to see them on the very top.
Yeah. Cause I asked the DOC when he was here, I asked him, I said, man, what do you think more Latinos, should be in the game? But he was like, no, but we are in the game, but we're more behind the scenes in the game.
Underground, yeah.
Than, on the forefront.
Yeah.
Right now, I have to give, salutes to that Mexican OT.
Oh, that Mexican OT killing it.
Killing this thing.
I love him.
You know what I mean? And representing to the fullest.
And real as fuck.
Yeah.
Real as fuck. Man, just humble, real.
That money ain't gone to his head.
Not yet, no. And I hope it never does. And I don't think it will. He doesn't seem like the type of person that it would. He just seems real. But I met him at South by Southwest this past year.
Yeah, I seen the pictures.
I was fangirling like a motherfucker. I don't even care. I was in shock because I had been waiting to meet him because I was like, I know everybody I know knows him. Mm-hmm. I'm going to meet him sometime. And I was such a fan. And I was with Crystal Poppin of all people. Yeah. I'm at South by Southwest with Crystal and we were walking up and I was like, that's that Mexican OT right there. She's like, oh shit, let's go say what's up. Because she had already talked to him and she was trying to like get us on with him and shit. Mm-hmm. So we were trying to make it happen. We were trying to like get him in the studio with her. And yeah, it was crazy. But I was like in shock when I met him. I was like totally fangirled.
Yeah. No, but that's, I'm glad to see that that he's right there in the forefront and he's doing this thing.
He's a blessing to our culture for real.
Oh, yeah.
He's a blessing to our culture.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So, we're going to go ahead and jump into the interview portion of the show.
Okay.
So like that,
Let me get my drink.
they could the fans can get to know who you are and for those who don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So go ahead, Powda. Let them know who you are. Where you from?
My name is Powda and I'm from Galveston, Texas. I was born in Galveston, but Houston raised me.
Yeah.
I've been in the city since I was 16. I kind of just took off on my own and started doing my own thing. And I was in Houston from the age of 16, was in Houston every day, hustling, making moves, making something happen. So, there's a lot more that goes into that, but I don't even know how to get into all that.
So where are your parents from?
My mom is from Galveston and my dad is from a city called Brownwood.
Okay.
It's like West Texas, kind of.
Okay. So Texas roots all the way.
Texas roots all the way, yes.
Okay. So how old were you when you moved to Houston?
Well, I didn't actually move to Houston when I was 16, but I was there every day. I was still living in Galveston, but I would travel to Houston every night.
So it's not that far.
No, I mean it's about 45 maybe an hour, 45 minutes to an hour drive, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care. I knew that's where it was. From a young age, I just knew. I was like, it ain't here. Galveston's small, man.
Yeah.
It's a small little town. You know, there's really one high school. There's another one that's private. There's a private high school that people can pay for, but like nobody goes there. You know, it's super small because nobody can afford it. But there's one high school. Galveston's very small.
You would figure, you know, Galveston's on the coast. It'd be a little bit bigger city.
But that's the thing. The mentality's big, but it's small. You know what I mean? So, because it's party town. Galveston is a straight up party. That's how I grew up being a party girl. Going to the beach, Kappa, Mardi Gras. It's just a party, you know? So we've got like, SPM used to laugh and say Galveston was like a mini New York. Cause it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
That's all I can describe it as. It's a vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I've been out there a couple times and, you know, it's chill.
It's a vibe, right?
Yeah,
it's just a vibe.
It's
like going
back.
to the beach, you know, but we have those huge parties all the time. You know, there's always something going down on the beach or on the strand or something. But I still knew that there was no like making it. If I wanted to do something big, I needed to get out of there. And I knew that.
Yeah.
So I started just traveling to Houston. But I met Salty Water in Galveston. Salty Water originated in Galveston, you know, and I met them through homies that, you know, were going to the studio, just chilling or whatever. And I happened to go there one night and that's how we hooked up. Yeah.
So when did you start, like, I guess that you knew you had the talent for?
I get about age 16. And I didn't really, that's the thing. I didn't go up in the studio like, oh, look, I'm going to be a rapper. I'm going to be a singer. Check me out. It was nothing like that. I just went in there as a friend of a friend and was like, what's up? What y'all doing? And they was chilling. And I was like, oh, I play piano. Cause I took piano lessons all my life. So I started kind of like playing on the keyboards. They were making beats. I started playing on the keyboard. They were blown away. They were like, damn, you like really play. And then I was like, yeah, I can sing too. And started singing with one of the Chuck Stilley was working on a hook, started singing with him. And that's how it happened. Just organically like that. I wasn't trying to be no rapper. I wasn't trying to be no singer.
Yeah.
It just happened.
But you already had the skills.
I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't see it.
So at what age did you learn how to play the piano?
I started playing when I was 4.
4? Wow.
Yeah. I know. And now my daughter's 5 and I'm like, how the hell did I do that? Because I look at her and I'm like, how was I already doing that at that age? You know?
So your parents were like, you gonna play the piano?
We you know, there's 4 kids. There's more than 4, but in the house there was 4 at the time. And they were just like, we're going to put y'all in piano lessons. But only a couple of us stuck with it, you know, and I really enjoyed it. So I stuck with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And so you could read music notes and everything.
Yeah. I could play.
Oh,
if you go look at my Instagram, there's...
No, I've seen it. Yeah.
So I could play.
Okay, that's cool. So you started, you know, you did the singing part and everything, but... I
started singing in church.
In church?
Yeah, I started singing in church. I used to be like the cantor at a Catholic church. So I was singing already from a young age. You know, but I never thought I would like be a rapper.
But how did that transition?
I just kind of was like freestyling, and I don't even freestyle. I was fucked. Oh, sorry.
No, you good.
I was fucked up one night.
Yeah.
And we were out and I was with Pancho and he was freestyling. He was like, come on. And I just kind of freestyled a little bit and he was impressed and that's all it took. But I never had a dream of being a rapper. It just happened.
So, I mean, you had to know that was in you.
I loved rap.
Yeah.
I loved
But before
rap.
then, did you ever kick a freestyle or anything?
No.
Wow.
And it just kind of came organically. We were fucked up. He was rapping. I was like, fuck it, I'll rap too, you know? And it happened to be good and he liked it and that's what it was. But I'm not a freestyler. I still don't really freestyle. Like, it's just not my thing. I'm a writer now. But yeah, it had to have been. That's why I give it all to God. I'm like, it was just something God put on me.
I'll give you that talent. Yeah.
This is what you're going to do now.
That's dope. That's definitely dope. So you did that. And when was it, I guess, when you met up with SPM and Dope House?
Well, I met SPM at a show that he was actually doing with Lifestyle in Galveston. down on like the beach somewhere. And that's how I met him, through them. And everybody was real cool. You know, they were all like a family, like all of them. SPM, Lifestyle. There was a few other people that were there, but like they were very close, you know, and they were united at that time. And I knew him. And before, okay, so I was still like doing backup dancing. Like I was dancing for rappers and stuff, like at shows or dancing in videos. And so when I first met SPM, that's what he asked me to do, is like be a dancer in his videos. And you'll see me in the merry-go-round video.
Yeah.
El Jugador, dancing in the back, because that's what I was doing. Even though I was still kind of like doing stuff with Salty Water at the time, I was still doing like, that's kind of was my thing at the time. I did a little modeling, backup dancing, videos, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I met him, did a couple videos with him, and we were just all cool. We were like all family.
So then just took off from there.
Yeah. And when I left Salty Water, that was, of course, my first, you know, where else would I go? That was like my family. So of course, when I left Salty Water, I was like, well, what's up? And he's like, of course you can come here. No thing. Yeah.
So at the time, I guess when SPM, you came over there, what was he, I guess, in the stage of his career?
I mean, he was blowing up. Bash had just signed with Universal. He, I believe, was signed with Universal as well. And shit was popping. Shit was really popping, you know. And I mean, our shit was popping too, though. You know, the stuff that I was doing with Salty Water was hot too. But yeah, they were just like, it was right there on the brink of just going like big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he got locked up.
So when you was you already in Dope House when you came out with that one single, One in a Million?
No, that was all Salty Water.
All Salty Water?
Yeah, that was all Salty Water.
So you kind of, had already made your name.
Yeah.
By the time you moved into the Dope House.
Yes.
So when, let me ask you this. So when the whole deal went down with the arrest and everything, you know, how did you feel about that?
I was devastated. At first I was in doubt though. Like I was in denial because we all just thought like, this is insane. He's going to get out immediately. Like they're going to see that this can't be true. And this is like, to us, it was like a bad dream that was going to be over soon, you know, because he was in jail, but we're like, he'll get out. They'll see, you know, there's no way this is going to stick. They have no evidence. This is bullshit. So I was devastated, but at the same time, I was like hopeful. I just knew he was going to get out. Yeah. And when he actually got convicted and the amount of years they gave him, I mean, it was just, we were all just devastated. You know, I knew in the back of my mind that was going to be the end, but we were all still trying to make it happen. You know, we were all still trying to make it happen. And I'm not saying the end of Dope House. I meant like the end of my part, you know, in the business. I was like, this probably is not going to last too long, you know, if he's locked up, because he was really the one advocating for me. He was the one that was like, look, we're going to do this with Powder, you know. I'm not saying like anybody was like against me, but there were so many other people in line waiting, you know, that had been there a lot longer than me. Yeah. So he was really the one like on my side and on my team trying to push for me to get out, to get out there.
So did you believe everything that was being said and, you know, everything he got charged with?
No, I was there. Like I knew everything that was going on as it was happening. Like we all knew that he had fucked with that girl's mom and that she was crazy as fuck. And she was calling up to the Dope House, threatening him and shit. Like we all saw it. Yeah. Because we were all there. Not everybody, you know, a lot of people don't realize that. Like we knew the real story and we saw it unfold. And we saw what was happening. So we knew it wasn't true. Yeah. You know, but it's just crazy. It's crazy how one jury could convict him and then another jury, when she tried to sue for money, could say, no, you're not getting a dime. Like they saw through her. Yeah. So it's just crazy.
Man, that's crazy. I mean, I put myself, like if I would have been in that camp, I would have been like fucking devastated and disappointed. Yeah. Because, you know, thinking that, you know, you're in the right place at the right time. Yeah. Things are happening. Things are in motion. Yeah. And then boom.
And it was crazy too, because at that time too, Salty Water was getting locked up too.
Dang.
You know, and I was just like, fuck, it was crazy to me because I thought I dodged a bullet with that one. And then I get over here and then he gets locked up. And it's just like it felt like they were trying to lock up every Latin rapper in Texas.
Yeah.
You know, Bing got locked up and it just, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like everybody was getting caught up for something. And it felt like they were being targeted.
Mm. Yeah, that's crazy. So what happened afterwards after the whole SPM ordeal went down?
Well, you know, even though he was locked up, he was still trying to make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he still was like, look, get in that studio, record your album, do your thing. You know, it's going to be all right. We're going to get through this. And so I did. And I recorded an entire album at Dope House. It was called Angel Dust and it was supposed to be released. And then after so many appeals, they had done so many appeals trying to get him out.
Mm-hmm.
They came to a point, they were like, look, we can't really afford to put your album out right now.
Yeah.
We're trying to get him out. And of course, you're not going to argue with that because we all wanted him out. You know, he was the head of the business. The body dies when the head is gone.
Oh, yeah.
So we all wanted him out. So I understood. And they just gave me an option. They said, look, either you can stick around and see what happens, or we can just let you out of your contract and you can go off and do your own thing. And so that's what I chose to do. Just leave.
So you just left?
I just left. And I was like, I'm done. I was done. I was like, fuck this. Fuck this game. It's fucking crazy. I can't make, you know, I'm not making any money. You know, Salty Water, I never got paid for any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. Not one track I did there did I get paid for.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because people still listen to that shit to this day. I would have made money if I had got, you know, had my business right. So I wasn't making any money in it. Everybody was getting locked up. It was crazy. I was broke. I said, fuck it. I'm done. And that's when I left. And I just stopped doing music.
You just gave it up?
I gave it up. And I was like, it's time to get a real fucking job because I was tired of being broke. You know, starving artists is a real fucking thing.
Yeah,
You ain't making shit. When you're in there trying to do a whole album, you have no real job. Where you getting your money at? You know, unless you hustling, which a lot of these fools do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a girl. I wasn't trying to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, fuck it. I'm going to get a real job and make something of myself. Because obviously this ain't the business for me.
Yeah. So what did you end up doing?
I ended up, it was a homie hookup, actually. Like a friend of mine was like, there's this medical office that's looking for like a receptionist if you need a job. And I was like, fuck yeah, give me anything. I didn't care. Because at that time I had dropped out of high school. I had no education, no college, no nothing.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be a fucking rapper. I was on the radio. I thought I was going to be a star, you know, and then everything fell apart. So I was like, give me anything, bitch. I will do anything. So I started working at this medical office and I put my all into it. I really gave it like my full attention and I made it into a career and I winded up running 7 clinics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was the head over 7 clinics and I had no background in none of that shit. So I really I made something of myself and I had a career.
Yeah. That hustle mentality.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Anything I put my mind to, I'm going to kill. You know what I mean? That's just the type of person I am.
What's your horoscope sign?
My horoscope?
Yeah.
Leo.
Leo? Oh, you tough.
Yeah.
You're a tough cookie.
So I have no, that's not a doubt in my mind. I know if I put my mind to something, I'm going to kill at it. But
oh, yeah.
So I put my mind to that and I made a career and I made good money. You know, I started making real good money, was able to get all of the things that I wanted from the rap game that I couldn't get. Once I left the rap game, I got it all. I got the car, the house, everything, you know, that I was striving for there that I couldn't get.
Yeah. So when was it, I guess, when the epiphany happened?
Many, many, many years later, you know, after I had been working probably for good almost 13, 14 years. Then I got pregnant with my first kid and I decided I didn't want to work while I had my kid. You know, I was like, I don't want to put my kid in daycare. I don't want to do that. So I started working from home. And so I had a lot of free time, you know, and SLM, my homeboy Don Tino from SLM, they have an award show that they do every year. And he hit me up one year and he was just like, hey, Powda, we want to give you the Legend Award for, you know, the path that you created for Latina rappers in the game. Like
Yeah.
there is no other Latina rapper that had the kind of radio play that you did, the number of hits that you did, that sold the, you know, amount of albums that you did. And he just broke it down to me and was like, I want to give you this award. And of course I was like, okay, I'll accept. So that sparked interest, I guess, into where I had been. People started hitting me up, wanting features, like asking me, what's up? What you doing? You want to get in the studio?
Mm-hmm.
And then it came back. And I was, at this time, you know, I had 2 kids, a stay-at-home mom,
Wow.
bored out of my mind, like,
Yeah.
you know, ready to just do anything that would remind me of who I really was. Because when you become a mom, I'm sorry, you lose yourself. You do. You lose yourself in your kids.
Yeah.
You know, especially I'm a stay-at-home mom. Like, I had gave up my career to stay with these kids at home. So really I had lost myself, and I felt it. And that, it just getting back into it, it felt like it gave me a purpose again. It made me feel like myself again. So that's kind of just where it came back.
So how does your family feel about it?
My husband is so supportive.
Mm-hmm.
He is the shit. Like, everybody that meets him loves him. They're just like, man, your husband got your back. Like, he really does. He's so supportive. He's like, baby, I want you to be happy. He could tell I wasn't happy, you know? And he was trying to do everything to make me happy. Like, you know, he worked his ass off so that I could stay at home with the kids. Yeah. And he was like, if it makes you happy, I got your back. My kids, I don't let them listen to my music. I don't.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to hear that shit and think that it's cool. You know, they're too young. They're 4 and 5.
Oh, okay.
So they see it, like, they see it on Spotify and they be scrolling on Spotify. That's you, Mom. I'm like, yeah, don't you click on that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't really know the extent of it. The kids don't know the extent of it yet.
I mean, same thing with mine. Mine, she's 6 years old.
Yeah.
So, you know, she's like, she be watching YouTube, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I'll pop up on there. She's like, Dad, you're on TV. And then I was like, okay. And then she'll click on it. I was like, hey, get out of there.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because,
Same.
We have explicit content and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know,
and I'm like, nasty girl. I'm talking about, I mean, I got smoking songs.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to see that and think like, Mom does it, it's cool to do it.
So let me ask you this. What's the difference between when the first time you did it till now?
Oh, everything.
Everything.
Now I'm grown. I was a kid when I got in the game, literally 16, kid, a child, and with no business sense. I had no idea about what a royalty was, ASCAP, BMI. I knew none of that shit. That's why I got screwed. I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I was just there to just have fun. And, you know, I had talent. So I was there to just display my talent. And that was about the extent of it. Now I spent all those years in a corporate world where I was the corporate person. So I've learned the business side of it. You know, now I'm a businesswoman. I come in as a boss.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I run my own shit. I'm the CEO of my own label, and I run me.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case before. You know, I was just the girl of the label being run by all the men.
Yeah.
So it's very different.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope how, you know, it came back again.
It's,
you know,
crazy.
It's crazy because it doesn't happen for a lot.
No. And it doesn't happen so easily for a lot. And believe me, I don't take that shit for granted. Not one bit. The way that I was just accepted back with open arms by everyone, like, it's God. It has to be God. It has to be God, because how could I have that?
Yeah. You were just supposed to be through those places at the right time.
Yeah. And I'm going to try to do my best, you know, to honor him. And I know he did this for a reason. I'm trying to figure it out. You know, what is that reason? I'm going to try to be a good leader. I'm going to try to come and show this game something different.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people have told me that since I came back, like, man, Powder, you were like a fucking breath of fresh air to see, like, somebody that comes in and that's real, that shows real love, you know, that has good intentions, that's not trying to fuck people over. Like, I feel like that's one thing I can contribute, you know? And I would like to come in and try to help change the game a little bit from, you know, the negative things that go along with it.
Yeah.
So.
That's dope. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I wanted you on the show. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? I got to give her flowers.
Thank you.
You know, and because I come from the era where we didn't have these platforms.
Yeah.
we didn't have a place where we could speak, people could hear our voice.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And now it's like, now it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And then why not use the platform for that?
Yeah.
For those who don't have a voice to have a voice now.
Absolutely.
And people to get to know these amazing artists.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because we all have a story.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
And I'm actually starting my own podcast called The Powda Room.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So when are you launching that?
We're working on that right now, trying to figure out like how we can launch it, because I've already started it. I've already done several interviews and I have those like ready to go. But yeah, we're trying to figure out when we're going to launch it. I don't know if I should put the album out first or if I should like try to get that going first. So we're trying to work that out.
Okay.
I think the album's going to come first.
That's what's up. I'm definitely going to be looking out for it. So.
Yeah. And let me just explain a little bit too. I have been releasing the album. All these singles are off the album that I've been releasing, but there's still going to be some that I don't release when I release the whole thing.
Do you have a date yet?
I don't. No, because I still want to release a couple more singles.
Okay.
Yeah. And that kind of like, I always want to have a video when I release a single. Mm-hmm. So that's why I can't give a real date, because you know how it goes when you do a video. You don't know when the person's going to get it edited, when you can actually release it. And, so it's still a little up in the air, but it should definitely be released by the end of this year.
Okay, that's dope. So we got podcasts coming up. We got
album coming up.
Yep. Hey, that is dope. You know what I mean? Congratulations.
Thank you
on everything you're doing. And so I guess what would be, some advice you could give some of these young ladies that are, trying to get into the game or already in the game?
Get your business straight. Get your business straight. I say that on every interview that asks me, get your business straight, because had I had my business straight, I would have been set.
Yeah.
I would have still been getting checks all these years. Who knows how much that would have added up to. Make sure that you get your business. A lot of these young cats know nothing about that too. I've talked to some young cats in the game, like little, 18, 19-year-old, that they don't know what ASCAP is. Yeah. They don't know they should sign up for it. They don't know anything about it. Wow. So what I can say is do your research, get your business straight.
Mm-hmm. To me, that should be the first thing before you enter the studio. Your paperwork should be on point.
It is not the case for most people. They come in there and they just want to do. They just want to sing. They just want to rap. They want to do the music because they love that. And I get it.
Yeah.
You love the music. That's what you want to do. You don't care about all that technical stuff, but you got to.
Yeah. That's for you to protect yourself.
Yeah.
From, believe it or not, there are wolves out here.
Oh.
And they're waiting to pounce and prey on you.
Oh, God. It's so bad.
That's why you got to have your business on point.
You have to have it. And you never know what's going to hit.
Yeah.
It's usually what you least expect.
That's so true.
I hated Make It Hot. I did not like that song when I did it. But it was like one of my biggest songs.
Yeah.
For me, anyways, like as far as my singing, like it was a big song for me, but I didn't like it at first. You never know what's going to hit.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you got your shit straight before you start doing anything. Get your paperwork on everything, even if you're just buying a little beat.
Yeah.
Get that paperwork so he can't sell that beat to 10 other people and fuck you over.
That's true. But you got to step up your game in anything you do.
Yeah.
Nothing's easy. You got to put that work and dedication.
Yes.
And everything else will fall right behind.
Yes.
And
but what I would like to see in this game is more professionalism. It is lacking that.
Oh yeah.
It's lacking that bad.
Even with me with the podcast, I try to give a level of professionalism.
Yes.
And everybody that comes through, I try to, the utmost respect.
Yeah.
For your craft and anything you're doing, because that's who I am.
And I appreciate that.
So, a lot of people think, I just popped up out of nowhere, but I've been in the biz for a minute.
Yeah.
I was just always behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And, I got to work with a few of your colleagues before.
Yeah.
So that's been dope.
Yeah.
So, it's glad to have you here.
Thank you.
This was my way of giving you your flowers.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? For everything you've done and everything you're going to continue to do in the future.
I appreciate that.
So, appreciate you coming by, stopping by and showing me some love. And if you got any shout outs,
I do. I have a shout out. I got to shout out Manic Media. Manic is the one that produced my entire album.
Okay.
So he's been a big part of it. You know, I feel like if it wasn't for Manic, I wouldn't be here right now. You know what I mean? He saw, when I came back, I went there to do a feature and he saw it immediately and offered to do an album with me. My first feature back, you know, that meant a lot to me that somebody was like, let's do an album immediately. And I had just got back in after all those years, hadn't written a song in all those years, you know? So he showed faith in me that inspired me. And he was able to give me a bomb ass album. He had so many, you know, like fire ass tracks in his arsenal. And I just appreciate him, you know, showing me love and having faith in me that I was going to do something, you know? Yeah. So yeah, big shout out to Manic Media.
Okay. Anybody else?
The list would go on and on and on. Yeah. So I don't want to get too much into, I will forget somebody. So I don't want to go there, but at least I have to shout him out because he's the reason I'm here. That's cool.
Let them know where they can find you.
Powda 409 is most everything. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok is all Powda 409, and Facebook is just Powda. Yep. Or you can go to powdamusic.com.
Okay. And if they want to feature?
If they want to feature, hit me up. Usually on Instagram, usually that's where people hit me up for features. So yeah, Instagram.
Okay, there you have it. We have Powda in the building. I appreciate you for stopping through, you know, and much love and respect and everything you're doing.
Same.
So, hey, I hope y'all were in tune and liked the interview, you know, and again, I appreciate Powda for coming by. You know, this means a lot to me. And I also got an autograph too. Appreciate you.
Powda.
Yeah. And that's what's up. So, like I said, thanks again. Can't stop thanking you, but you know, it means a lot to me. So, like I said, man, keep your ears to the streets and we'll catch you on the block, man. It's your boy Money Elms, and we out. Peace.
Yeah. Proud. Right, Who's that? She's back. Royalty and loyalty, yeah, I'm his queen. He spoil me like a king. He put the ring on nightly. He destroying me. Yeah, it's cause the grass ain't green. Got that supreme. Yeah, he's my fiend. Basic beats can cause a scene, but his eyes never leave the queen. Heavy is the crown. I chose it, so I just say fuck it. Man, why you do the most? Be so extra, cause I love it, and I don't give a fuck about no one. Don't tell me who done it. I made a lane off for myself. A one way it go up, bitch. I think like a queen, therefore I am excellence. I demand magician, pull them carrots out, make my clothes start disappearing. Beauty is a beast, no you can't put me on a leash. Pick up my crown, keep it pushing, sleep is for the weak. I stay woke, it ain't no joke, I wait someone who wants the throne. I'm not bossy, I'm the boss, don't ever mistake my tone. There's no clone, no you won't find a bitch like me, diamond in the rough, smoothed out from the grind. Who's back, she's back, who's that? The queen right there. Who's back, she's back, who's that? The queen right there. Dust settles, queens don't. I don't do drama, I do business, CEO. Dust settles, queens don't. I don't do drama, I do business, CEO. They call me the queen, been in the game since I was 16. Lived through the fame and the trickery, but I made a name. Nah, bro, you can't take it from me. You try to take it off, but people know I make it hot. I'm one in a million. These players be wanting a menage a trois. Hot with me in these beats. They loving me back in these streets. Puro respeto por la primera. Yes, they're bringing the heat. Never erased, always overlooked. Like an earthquake, yeah, I got them shook. If I'm in a place, it's one for the books. Cause I can spit and I got looks. Shiny little brick, can't break nothing loose. Hard and thick, yeah, I got the juice. Bitch, if you hate, ain't got no excuse. I'm like a bump, I give you a boost. Winning so much, they thinking I'm cheap. And I'm just a chef, be cooking and eating. Life is so lovely, living and eating. Snake in the grass, look at you see. Then dusty little rats, settle for crumbs. Can't live like that, that ain't no fun. Bitch, I'm like Maverick, I'm the top gun. I need them rats, man, fuck all them ones. The queen is back on the throne. I'm speaking facts, now that I'm grown. Music keep calling, won't leave me alone. Music keep call it won't leave me alone. Who's back? Who's back? She's back. Who's that? Who's back? Who's back? She's back. Who's that? Dust settles, queens don't. I don't do drama, I do business. CEO. Dust settles, queens don't. I don't do drama, I do business. CEO.
Welcome to Elm Street, merch available now on sourkidsmerch.com.